Here's how I conquered my social anxiety and turned into a social butterfly. I know who you are watching this, and it's likely someone who has faced a lot of anxiety talking to people. You overthink, you think, am I enough? Are these people finding me weird? Are they finding me annoying? Do they even like me? Are they my real friends? Maybe I should just be by myself. Just doubting yourself, being super harsh and negative on yourself. Here are 4 ways I was able to overcome that. One, learn to love and accept yourself. A lot of people are going to tell you that, oh, you just got to get out there and fake it till you make it. And yeah, you should fake it till you make it, which we'll move on to at a different point. But at the end of the day, unless you feel 100% confident in who you are, it takes years and years and years. And I'm not 100% at that point, but I'm much better than I was at previously. You need to understand as to what triggers you to make you feel like you are incapable or you are not enough of other people's love and validation. This is someone who had to go through therapy my junior year of college because I quite literally had so much acne on my face, I did not want to leave the house. I didn't leave my house 2020, 2021, even with the pandemic, and it was college time. The bans were being lifted. I still was barely seeing people. I was barely making friends. I would only stick to the 3, 4 close friends I already made because branching out seemed very scary, seemed very daunting. It seemed like I had to prove myself to other people and become a version of myself that I didn't want to become, even though that's farthest from the truth. I always thought that you had to become a version of yourself that other people would like, but realistically, you have to become a version of yourself that you do like, and then the people who will gravitate towards you are meant to be in your life. So learn how to love yourself. Understand what fears are conquering you, whether it be your acne, like it was me. My looks were a huge indicator. It was my lack of self-confidence and believing that I was enough. I had a huge hole in my heart believing that I needed validation from other people to prove my worthiness. And that just comes from my immigrant parents and validation, all that sort. But find out what that is and get that solved, or at least be on the process of working at it. Number 2, I was going to tell you, fake it till you make it. Put yourself in situations to be uncomfortable. There are still situations today where in a sales setting, because I work in sales, that I find myself super uncomfortable. I'm constantly having to push myself. And the end of it, I'm happy I did. I can remember a time actually where I'm very used to selling to IT directors because that's who I sell to. And the persona of those kind of people are typically very reserved, or they might be outgoing, but I can relate to them. I already know how to deal with them. They're not super extravagant and socially out there, so I don't have to match the level. Feel like I have to match the level. It's very less intimidating. And then I went to a county commissioner meeting because I had to network with some of these other folks who would head the counties, and believe it or not, it was a whole different ballgame. The level of outgoingness, the level of charisma, the level of ability to carry yourself in a manner in which you demand respect from the person you're talking to, it is a whole nother tier. And it taught me so much. I quite literally left in the middle of that networking night. I was only there for an hour, ate some food, mingled with some people, but every single time I'd have a conversation with someone, my own fears are in my head. I was not thinking for myself. I had fears in my head. I was not properly thinking. One of the biggest things that I've learned through that is that there's a whole different game out there. Being super charismatic, super whatever. You don't have to be perfect. 1% better is enough every single day. But put yourself in situations so you can learn what is possible, to understand I still have a journey of ways to go. You right now being socially anxious, it can serve you, but I can guarantee you, as someone who has been in your position before, it's not a happy life to live. I know it isn't. Number 3, educate and learn and read on how to become a better communicator. It is one thing to put yourself out there, but you have to have skills to be able to apply when you're out on the field practicing. So a great book that I recommend is How to Win Friends and Influence People. It is one of the single-handedly greatest books that I have learned. I also would recommend Persuasion, a very good book on human behavior and psychology, if you're looking to more so the business side. But even if not business side, I think it's a very valuable book to read. I guarantee you, if you learn how to communicate with people, you will change the world. You will get exactly what you want. You will be able to manifest exactly what you want in your life. You'll be able to become more socially free. You'll be able to get that business you want. You'll be able to get that girl you want. And I guarantee you, the socially anxious you, unless a girl's coming up to you, if you're a guy, or a guy's coming up to you, if you're a girl, you're not going to get what you want because you're not fighting for yourself. And you need to love yourself by fighting yourself, like point number one. But to learn how to fight for yourself and practice it out on the field, like point number two, you got to apply yourself and educating. Read, learn, take courses, watch videos like these where someone else who is in your position can speak on how to get better and how to better articulate yourself, how to better carry yourself to get to the position that you want to get to. Number four, don't be so hard on yourself. It is going to be a long road. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy. What I will tell you, it is going to be 100% fulfilling and 100 times more worth, and you'd be willing to do it 1,000 times over again. Unleashing my trauma in therapy was super hard. That summer when I went to Kansas to intern for a company, I met brand new people and everyone thought I was a social butterfly. And that was because of the self-limiting beliefs that I had put on myself that I couldn't do it. You are more than capable. There is nothing out of this realm that you cannot do. It is one thing that I absolutely hate in this world is people who put self-limiting beliefs on themselves. You are much capable to become that social butterfly that you want to be. Even if you do not want to be a social butterfly all the time. I'm naturally very introverted. I like my alone space. But when I'm out and I have to deal with people, people know who I am. People know what I'm about. They understand my presence. I can be charismatic in front of them. I look like a social butterfly if you do not know me. But if you do know me and the people who are really close know me, I'm like you. I like being to myself. I'm very introspective. I like very much being in my own thoughts and my own space, doing my own thing. But it will not serve you if you do not cater to the other side of what human existence is, and that is building your social network. And you need to do that by overcoming your social anxiety. Do not become hard on yourself because this journey is going to be long. But I promise you, if you get 1% better every single day, you will get there. You will get there. Read Atomic Habits and understand how to build systems in place so that you feel like you're making incremental process. These are 4 steps you're going to apply today to change your socially anxious you to be that social butterfly that you've always wanted to be. You need to learn how to love yourself or be in the process of loving yourself. You need to be able to apply it in situations, whether it be at school, at work, at the gym, whatever, whatnot. You need to educate yourself on how to go about learning and doing those kind of things. You need to educate and learn what you should do, what you should practice, how you can practice. And there's no set stone rule for everyone. But as soon as you understand human behavior, you'll understand how simple communication is and how simple it is to overcome that anxiety. You are only anxious of what you do not know. And number 4, do not be hard on yourself because it's a lifelong journey. I'm going through this journey. Your parents are going through this journey. You will always be going through this journey. Your dog is going through this journey. Everyone's going through this journey. We're in it together.